think that is it. Welcome to tonight's stream, everyone. I hope you are doing great. We are back here with some VGC 2022 Series 12 content, and tonight we're going to be playing a CALY, Ice, and Reshiram team. It should be a lot of fun. Thank you so much to everyone already in the chat. Next up, how are you doing? And welcome to everyone else. So we'll not hang about, just kick straight into it. So as you can see, the team, we'll go over it as we get into the episodes today, or into the matches today. If you want to try the team or check the team details out, it'll be linked down in the description below. There is a Pokepaste and there is the rental code as well if you want to try the team out. So we got a first match against Dream, kicking us off with the Zacian, Yveltal, Regieleki, Swampert, Rillaboom, and Grimmsnarl. Pretty interesting looking team, especially with the Swampert Rillaboom kind of combination. And then your restricted core with the Zacian and the Yveltal. DK Trading, how are you doing? I hope you are well, my friend. Tonight, hopefully you have better luck. Yes, hopefully, mate, than I did on Monday. We didn't have too much luck on Monday. It didn't finish up as well as I would have liked it to. Excuse me. I liked it to. And I hope your luck changes as well, mate. Being on a losing streak, lost 12 in a row. Dude, just... when it's like that, it's always worth just kind of taking a break for a moment, kind of regrouping and then coming back to it. So what are we going to do here? I think like Trick Room's a really nice option for us. I mean, the Swampert does cause us a few issues in Trick Room, but we do have Amoonguss to kind of help out there, I guess. And we also have Gastrodon, which is a big plus for us, especially against that Swampert. Got to watch out against the Rillaboom, but against everything else, kind of all right. So I think what we'll do is let's just fitting everything in, really, you know. Let's go Mimi, and I don't really fancy Reshiram. Don't fancy Resh. I think Incineroar. Let's go Calyrex and Reshiram or Amoonguss. Mart, how are you doing? I hope you're well, my friend. Good luck. Thank you so much, my friend. Thomas, how are you doing? Nova, good evening to you both. How are you doing today? I hope you're all having a great day, and hopefully it should be good tonight. I haven't even put the music on. We need the music. Hopefully the levels are all right, friends. I was recording some other stuff the other night, so the levels might be a little bit different. If things are too loud, just let me know and I can adjust it, so nothing's too overpowering or anything like that, but just keep me up to speed on how things are sounding. Okay, we're going to see the Swampert and we're going to see the Rillaboom come out for my opponent. We got a pretty easy kind of Will-O-Wisp onto the Swampert if we want turn 1, because the Rillaboom can't fake us out, which is nice, although we don't have the option to go for the Trick Room here, which might be a decent idea to do. You've got to imagine that the Swampert's probably going to max Quake, if anything, I'd imagine. So we could prioritize the Trick Room and Parting Shot. It puts us in a really nice position going into the next turn. We'll go for a Parting Shot out into the Swampert and see what they go for. Ooh, Sword Stance on the Rillaboom. Interesting. Interesting. What typing is Calyrex? I haven't played through the DLC. It is Ice and Psychic, my friend. So it's got a pretty unique typing. The Ice portion of it's really nice. We're going to see a Yawn come out here, I think, from the Swampert, I would imagine, which is a little bit annoying, but it's just slowing our Trick Room down, basically, at this point. DK Trading, thanks. The plan tonight, just watch the stream, just chill out, dude. It's always good, you know. I hate, like, everyone gets, like, you know, you're playing, everyone gets those days where you're like, ooh, curse. Would have never seen that coming. That's nice. Everyone gets those days where you just have a bad run and things like that. And it's I think that the thing to do is just to try and put it behind you, man. And just like I said, take a break, kind of regroup, and then go back to it a bit more refreshed. Right, well, Will-O-Wisp the Swampert. I'm not too worried about the Boom, to be honest. We could max, or we could just Glacial Lance as well. Rillaboom's +1. Swampert's neutral. I think it's going to be slower than us. We get the Will-O-Wisp onto it though. That would be nice. Oh, we better off maxing and just going after the Swampert. Let's max. and go into the boom. Let's do that. Atomic Hawk, how are you doing? I hope you're good, my friend, and thanks for hopping in, joining us tonight. It's going to be nice playing this team. It's obviously a team that's done really well recently at tournaments and had a good showing since EUIC, really, with Alex kind of propping that up at that event, and had a big showing at Indy, and I'd imagine it to probably continue as well. So I'm kind of looking forward to playing it tonight. You're going to see the Grassy Glide come out from the Rillaboom. It is going to break the disguise. But we'll be able to drop the Rillaboom, which is nice, and also get ourselves a boost. So there's the Yawn coming out, which isn't so good. Maybe the reason why we shouldn't have maxed, really. Ooh, and we missed the Rillaboom. So we haven't got that weakness policy proc. Do land the Will-O-Wisp though, so that's decent. Tomocock, good to hear you doing well. DK Trading, there is also Ghost Psychic Calyrex. Yes, that is the Shadow Rider version as well. So, wonder if we see the boom just switch out. I doubt it though. I think I'll probably try and get a last bit of damage. Matthew, how you doing, mate? I hope you're doing good, man. Professor Og, like the stream squad. Thank you so much, mate. I hope you are having a good day, man. We can Shadow Sneak. It should be enough to get the boom. And then we... I don't really want CALY going to sleep. That's the thing. We can pull an Incineroar, but it's not an ideal situation. We can Safeguard, but I don't know if the Safeguard will... Let's try it, because I'm not sure on the mechanic if we're already drowsy. It should prevent us going to sleep, though. Yeah, let's Safeguard and let's go for the Swampert. Let's see. So that's a Grassy Glide. We should take this. We're pretty defensively bulky. They're gonna go for another Yawn. Yes, okay, that's good. That's fine. Matthew at the gym doing leg day. Send help. I'm sending all the help, mate. I went for I got a treadmill for myself recently, so I got pretty much been putting the work in on that. So I did a run a little bit earlier, which was good, but it'll probably be way easier than what you're doing, man. So sending all the vibes your way. Hope the leg day's going good, mate. All right, let's see this. Does it stop us? It should stop. Should stop the Yawns, and then we can Shadow Sneak and then go get rid of the Swampy the next turn. But our Trick Room turns are running out, so we've got to be a bit mindful of that as well. Oh, Safeguard does not prevent. It does not prevent, which is not ideal. Let's go Shadow Sneak. And let's burn a turn of sleep. Okay, so that's good information to know. If we already have the condition kind of affecting us, then the Safeguard will not prevent the sleep. So that's an interesting mechanic. It really, like, it should act like Misty terrain, because if that is you know, if that happens in Misty terrain, then you're kind of, you do get the immunity, but obviously not how it works. Safeguard, but that's fine. Rillaboom gonna sneak that Grassy Glide off slower than a Mimikyu. Okay. Jimmy, how are you doing, mate? Hope you are doing good. Thanks so much for dropping by the stream tonight. Hope you're good and having a great day. So Rillaboom going down a bit and a little bit behind at this stage. We've got one turn of Trick Room left. And I'm going to try and keep the Incineroar in the back. We need to wake up with Calyrex now. If we can get a wake up, I think we'll be alright. I think we'll be okay. Because we know there's Ashens in the back. Just what we want to drop onto the Yveltal. Depends if it's Life Orb as well. And it has Sucker Punch. That will make a big difference. We'll Blue Flare it. We'll Glacial Lance. And just pray for that wake up. Pray we can get it. Tagish Modi, how are you doing? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I apologize if not. And Jude, how are you doing? The match between Man City and Real was so good. It was so good, Jude. Like, ridiculously good. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. I can't believe Real Madrid had done it again. Like Chelsea. PSG, we do stay asleep, which is really unfortunate. And now we're going to lose Calyrex. We took the risk there, you know. Oof. We do get a burn. Is that going to help us? Is that going to save us? I don't know. It depends if they're going physical or special. Probably special. Well, they go into the Reshiram. Okay. I don't know if the burn's going to help. But yeah, I feel like Real Madrid are going to probably win it. Like, you know, Liverpool are a disgustingly good team. But Real Madrid just seem to be, just have the knack to win at the minute. And, you know, that's kind of the big thing. Like, it's so hard to stop. Right. I don't think there's any way we get a Trick Room up against this. If we can, we can maybe do it, but maybe not as well. Ryan, how you doing, mate? Good to see you, my friend. I hope you're doing well and everything's going good. Great to see you in the chat. And Nigel, how are you doing, mate? Soy, is this your own team? Well, I did build this team in my own game, but it took all the inspiration from the team that Alex played at UIC. So he played pretty similar team. I don't know his EVs and stuff like that, so I've had to kind of compensate for those on my end, but hopefully it's as close as what his was. It's just basically trying the 6 out, really, because there's not really too many pastes out there with information on at the minute. The grassy terrain's gone. How are we looking for Trick Room? We've got no Trick Room, and we need the Trick Room. We 100% need the Trick Room. So we need to fake out the boom, and we're protecting. Okay, well that's not good. That's not good, because then just allows Ashen in. Okay, well, we don't even get the wake up, so it doesn't really matter either way. Thomas, what ones go well with Solgaleo? Anything that can really, yeah, they've got Dog Pulse as well, so that's it. That's it. CALY Shadow's a nice restricted partner for it. Landorus Scarfed with Bulldoze. Entei as well, super nice, because it can't be faked out. Has access to things like Snarl as well, which is always good. So there's a bunch of things that go nicely with Solgaleo. Obviously, Kyogre's a nice option. It gives you that protection against the sun and things like that. Let's run away! Okay, good game to my opponent. We didn't play that one that well, but we're kicking off, so we made a few errors along the way. But it's alright. It's the first one of the night. We're not going to let that. Self-wisp to stay awake. That would have been the play, Jordan. 100% in that situation. Like I say, I think, like, giving ourselves the impression that Safeguard would work in the way that it did, we put ourselves in that position where we probably otherwise, knowing, would have switched out the Calyrex in that situation just to preserve it, even though we maxed. But like I say, at the time, I think maxing was probably not the right idea to do there. Glacial Lance would have been probably the safer option. So never mind. Good game to my opponent though, and we'll carry on. We'll get it. We'll get it back. Okay. Jordan just realized I was Lagina and was watching the previous match. Never mind. Oh, lagging. That's fine, mate. Right, we got our next opponent, Calvin, playing the Shadow Rider Calyrex, Zacian, Regieleki, Blastoise, Regigigas, and Weezing. So we're going to have a few issues with that Weezing. But with a Mental Hurt on Amoonguss, we're pretty good for kind of getting our Trick Room up guaranteed against it, against this team. So that's good. We do need to be super careful around the Calyrex, though. That's a big thing for us. We could potentially just go like Amoonguss next to it, just to kind of get redirection if we want, all pressure with some sort of sleep powder. It just slows down my opponent's kind of max options. The biggest thing I would say that could be a problem here would be potentially the Blastoise, and for that reason I kind of feel like I want to bring Gastrodon and then maybe the Calyrex, but we're relying super heavy on our Trick Room modes here, and we need to make sure that we don't lose Amoonguss early on, like really, because if we lose Amoonguss early on, it's our like from the 4 that we picked, it's our only way to really support a second Trick Room setup. So we'll see how it goes. Professor Oak, I really hope Real Madrid lose like 5-0. You know what? I can see a similar thing happening, like that's happened through the last like 3 games with Real Madrid and Liverpool leading the whole match, and then it getting tied up right at the end, and it'll be go to extra time, and then who knows what'll happen. You know, I like Liverpool as a team, but Real Madrid just seem like an unstoppable force in this tournament right now, you know? Nigel, good to hear, mate. I hope the new job's going well as well, Nigel, and you're settling in all right. John, good evening to you, my friend. Hope you are having a great day. Okay, CALY and Aleki. So they're probably going to max the Aleki. Go max Lightning, and then Astro Barrage. I would imagine that's what we'll see. And there ain't really much we can do about it other than Shadow Sneak. And then potentially Pollen Puff as well. But like I said, we need to be like super careful with Amoonguss. We don't really, like, we're not really going to be doing a great deal of damage. We could Rage Powder though and Trick Room, because then they may Electro Web though. That's the only issue. That's why I want to go for this potentially. Let's go for the Spore into that slot. Let's see. Okay, we don't lock it in time. It's gone well tonight. So yeah, I'm from the UK. Yes, mate, I am. No max, they're Electro Webbing and they're Astro Barraging. We could have got the Spore if we just hit that Spore. Okay. Never mind. Nigel, mind officially exploded from it. Hopefully give it a couple of weeks and I'll be more on top of it. I'm sure you will, mate. I'm sure you will. There's no way we take this. Ah, the misclick. It's not going well as a start tonight, chat. It is not going well to start with. Okay. Some achievement for Rangers final could go anyway. Yeah, John. I mean, Rangers has done so well. So well. The only thing we can do now is... they're going to max Lightning now, I think. They have to. So I feel like Gastrodon coming in is probably a better call. Let's just take a look at what they've got. Okay. I don't think they've got very much, like, answer-wise to Gastrodon. And I don't know if they do go max Lightning. It's a big, big decision to max Lightning right now, just to avoid the Spores. But I feel like Gastrodon's probably our best kind of answer to the entire team after that terrible start. If we just got the Spore there, and then at least we could get Calyrex in now, and then we can Trick Room, and then we can kind of start disrupting. But yeah, John, I really hope Rangers win. Like, I would love to see them win. I think they've done super well this season, so it'd be nice to see them do well and pick the trophy up there. They're going for the max Lightning, just to have that immunity. Should have maxed the Amoonguss. Said from the Heroics, they play a boring brand of football. Liverpool is the more fun to watch. Liverpool definitely more fun to watch. Yeah. Liverpool are just like they're kind of, because it's not like just a press, it's like hyper press, isn't it? You know, they harry teams as the Airstream. And of course we don't get a berry procced. As long as they don't bring his Ashen in, is their next poke. Oh my god, they got Giga Drain as well. Okay, this is gone from bad to worse, chat. From bad to worse. Jason, I've been really good, mate. I've been really good. Great to see you in the chat, mate, and hope you're doing well as well. Here's the black magic of Real versus the voodoo of Liverpool. Yeah, you definitely know that Klopp's got that voodoo as well, you know. Okay. I think they protect the Calyrex now. No, they just asked for a barrage. I don't really think there's any way for us to come back. I feel like it's such a hot mess, this game. Let's just put it to bed. Because I have not... I'm just making error after error. Good game, Calvin. Let's move on. Right, here we go. Chat. Line drawn now. KO Master, how are you doing? Stream starts now. Got a lot of climbing to do, but we'll be all right. We'll be okay. John, need the win for the cash with Celtic being in the group stages of the Champions League. Yes, yeah. Like it's nice for like Scottish football in general. I think like how well Rangers have done, and it's not like they've like fluked it by any means. Like they've just played insanely well, you know. Who's a Tavernier? He was a youngster at Newcastle, but I mean he's an absolute, like, why we got rid of him? Like, he's an absolute beast. He's crazy good, and how many goals he scores for his position is just amazing. So yeah, Jason, but those late Madrid comebacks though, insane. It is good to watch. It is good to watch, but it's just like, it's unbelievable when you're watching it. It's just like, how are they doing it? Just yeah. It reminds me so much of like an old Man United, like Fergie Man United team, you know. I really, that's what it reminds me of a lot. Okay, reset, here we go. Zacian, Kyogre, Latias, Gyarados, Porygon-Z, and Venusaur. Right. PZ is nasty, but I mean, like, we get a pretty seamless Trick Room up with Mimikyu here if we want. We've got to be careful around Taunt, Gyarados, and things like that, but... And obviously Sleep Powder Venusaur. The Reshiram and CALY do a pretty nice job. You kind of want to bring the Gastrodon for the Gyarados, and the Kyogre, which actually, the Gastrodon's really nice here. I think Gastrodon CALY, to be honest. Yeah, let's go with this. Okay, let's do this. KO Master from bad to worse. It's all right. There's only one direction we can go now, and that is up, mate. So it will be better. DK trading just looks like the types of matches I've been having, just hot messes. It's like, I think the volatility of making like one critical mistake in a match, like in a Dynamax format, you get punished so hard for it, and it's been pretty evident in the last 2 games how hard we got punished for those, you know. I mean, we might have to sack the Incineroar just to allow us to get the Trick Room up with Mimikyu, because I think out of the 2 you probably no, you don't max Kyogre. Surely not. Surely not. Because if you max Kyogre, you know that the Gastrodon's a threat, right? So you probably want to avoid doing that and getting yourself kind of locked into a situation where you can just water spout anyway. But then the Sleep Powder becomes a big issue from the Venusaur. We'll try the Trick Room. So they may not max anything here. But I think in the cause of stopping the sleep, which is way more of a threat to the whole thing, we'll fake out into the Venusaur. DK trading, don't get the Venusaur. The Venusaur's really good. Yeah, they went for that. They went for that. Okay, that's not ideal. Venusaur's really good at putting pressure on the Gastrodon when it kind of hits the field. That's the big thing. Yeah, we fake out the wrong one. Talked about the Kyogre not maxing because it doesn't make too much sense. We do lose the Incineroar. Our Mimikyu should take an attack from Venu. And you know, if you've got that Sun team as well, like the Venusaur has that potential of Sleep Powder. You would imagine it's got Sleep Powder. So there's a Max Quake coming out. Okay. At least it's not Max Vine Lash, which would have been way worse. But we'll still probably have to contend with the Max Vine Lash, to be honest. But I would imagine next turn we will probably see the Venusaur protect. But I mean, the predictions aren't going so well tonight. You would imagine the Venusaur's going to protect now, suspecting the weakness policy on the Calyrex. And then we Max Quake into the Kyogre slot. And just to double check, they've got... they do have flyers that they could bring in there. What would be a good option for them? Could just protect the Kyogre. I mean, the big thing is they want to try and get the G-Max Vine Lash off, you know? So it's like, do we try and just prevent that? I think we do, you know, because I think really if we can prevent... Yeah, the Kyogre are going to switch. It probably protects. But if they don't, then we can punish it and we can get rid of it. On +1, maybe. Gyarados coming in. Will that intimidate? Is a +1 going to be enough? It depends how the Venusaur's been trained, of course. Divdax, it's been a while, mate. How are you doing? I hope you're well. Love watching the Japanese trio play for Celtic. Yeah, Celtic. Like the Old Firm derbies as well are so good these days as well. Like, you know, like for a few years where Rangers were kind of out the leagues, were never as good. Right, come on, +1. We need it to be enough so we can avoid the Vine Lash stuff, shenanigans. And also, if the Venusaur drops, Gastrodon pretty much wins this game for us. So it's a biggie. Okay, we get it. That's good. Which is nice. Jason, by the way, did you already compete in the VGC regionals? Been a while since last time I caught the stream. Yes, so I went to Liverpool regionals a little while ago, and I finished 6-2 in that event. So not enough to make cut for day 2. You pretty much had to go X1. I think 1X2 got in to the top 8, I think. So yeah, I just needed one less loss that day. I was pretty pleased with how I played, to be honest, and the team performed super well. I was playing well, so all in all I was pretty happy with how it turned out. I just kind of wish it had obviously been a little bit different. It would have been nice to get into the top 8 and like just push on a little bit more, but I can't really complain too much. Do we just bring Gastrodon in and go Max Hailstorm into the Gyarados? I think that's probably what we do. Just because the Kyogre hasn't got anything that really threatens the Gastrodon, whereas the Gyarados does carry something like Power Whip, so it could be a little bit of a threat if we leave it unchecked here and bring the Gastrodon in. But the Gastrodon switch now makes a lot of sense because it feels like all that we're going to see is some sort of big water type attacks coming out. Purushottam Link, how you doing? Cool team, interest in Mimikyu. Yeah, the safeguard seems to be like a thing that we're seeing a lot on these Mimikyus as well at the minute. But a bit of a kind of a realization in the first game where if you're yawned and you set the safeguard up after that, it won't prevent the status condition kind of kicking into effect. Which is a little bit of a shame, but how many turns of Trick Room we've got left? That's the big thing. I don't know if really they're going to rely so heavily on that Gyarados, though, to beat a Gastrodon, I think. We got 2 turns left. Zacian has to protect, you would imagine. But I'd also imagine that the Gyarados would come in for the Kyogre here. I kind of want to yawn. Okay, let's yawn into the Kyogre slot, because I think the Gyarados comes in there, and let's Max Quake into the Zacian. Because I think they pull the switch from the Kyogre. Oh no, they go the other way. Okay. What's this Kyogre going to do? Is it maxing? It can't max. It can't max. No, it's not. It's just going for a water spout. It's a little frustrating. It's a nice play from my opponent. Just an Ice Beam. Okay. Ryan, how you doing? Thanks so much for hopping in and joining us tonight. Hope you're having a great day, mate, and enjoy the stream with us tonight. Yeah, we need to yawn into that Gyarados slot with the last turn of Trick Room kind of happening right now. It'd be nice to have the Mimikyu on the field so we could kind of double Trick Room in this situation. Actually, what we'll do is we will get the Mimikyu back on, because I do feel like the Gyarados is probably going to get a Power Whip off here. And a Glacial Lance just makes sense. And I don't think they're going to max the Kyogre here. Like, definitely not maxing the Kyogre. Because one, they might switch it out to the Zacian, which would be good, because that would mean we get rid of it on the Protecting, just to go to sleep. Okay. Just double protect. Okay. Divdax getting back into VGC little by little. I actually went to Bilbao last weekend. Didn't compete, but the tournament was so lively. Awesome to hear, mate. And great to hear that you got to go to the event as well, which is super nice. William, who do you think winning the North London Derby? Is it not tonight? Is it tomorrow night? I thought it was tonight. I thought it was Wednesday night. North London Derby, but you're probably right. Okay, let's Wisp and Trick Room. Gyarados can have Taunt as well, but you're not knocking out a Calyrex, but you are knocking out a Mimikyu. Okay, so that's all right. Yeah, I don't know. I got family members that are Tottenham fans, so I kind of have to side with Tottenham, to be honest. Like in this one. Even though they did give us a thrashing the other week, so yeah, for them, the moral support, I will say that I'm giving Tottenham the support for this one. Right, let's Ice Beam, and let's just Glacial Lance here as well. Okay, here we go. Yeah, Zacian's going down. So they're going to get another Intimidate off with the Gyarados, but the chip that we're getting on the Kyogre the whole time is kind of nice as well. Should be good with the Hail chip. Yeah, sorry. It'd be nice if this knocks out, because it means we get at least a boost to kind of compensate against the Intimidate, so we'll keep getting from the Gyarados. Yeah, there we go. Wow, it does so much to Kyogre. You know, I really like Gyarados in this format as well, especially when you kind of consider like a lot of the Sun teams like are popping up everywhere. I think it has a lot of legs. Like, it's just a switch in for Zacian as well. I know I talked on Monday night about Amoonguss with Rocky Helmet, but if you think like the Resist, it's got to Zacian with the Intimidate. It's not a bad item to think about on something like Gyarados. The only issue is Aleki. Aleki kind of makes life very difficult. But you could say the same thing about Rillaboom making life difficult for Gastrodon, and Gastrodon still manages to do well. So I think it's just about playing it in the right situations. But I do really like Gyarados in the format. I think it's really, really good. It's going to max. It's going to max 100%. Let's Yawn it. And Glacial Lance. And that should kind of keep us covered a bit. William, I don't know. I reckon Spurs are going to win. Going to be a good game regardless. Always is, yeah. It's going to be a great game. And Bruno, how you doing? Nice talking to you the other day on Twitter. How is your wall hanger holding up for a strat? It's doing all right, mate. It's still there. There is no hole in the wall, but great talking to you as well, mate. I hope you had a great time in Indy, and the result was good, and you just had a really fun weekend. It sounded like a lot of fun. Filippo, you see, this is the trend tonight. He did already max the Venu. Felt like a different match. Okay. Too much talk about the North London Derby. Not enough talk about the Pokemon. Well, at least we've wrapped this one up. I still like Gyarados. I think it's a really good Pokemon, but that should be it with Agastro and CALY. And there we go. Good game to my opponent. Elisa ties us. Well, gets us closer to tying up our score for tonight. But 3 games in. And I said we drew the line. So here we go, chat. But yeah, I need to check now. I was 100% sure it was tonight, the North London Derby. But it kind of makes sense if it's tomorrow night, actually. Because I guess... Did they both play on Sunday? Or did Tottenham just play on Sunday? I'm not too sure. Let's see. Chelsea a bit in Leeds. Yeah, it's tomorrow night. I was so wrong. You see, the result that we need tonight really is, and I apologise to any Everton fans in here, we need Watford to win and Leeds to win, but I don't think either are going to happen. I think Everton are gonna stay up this season by the skin of their teeth, just by their home form, to be honest. Right, okay. Zacian, Drampa, the Grandpa, Indeedee, Reggie Alecki, Snorlax, and CALY Shadow. Okay. Alecki, CALY's probably the lead. We haven't really brought the Reshiram tonight, and I feel like Reshiram could do a job for us against this team. I think the Indeedee's a little bit annoying to deal with, and we probably wouldn't want to rely too much on the Trick Room mode, because we're not gonna be the slowest things under the Trick Room, and the Drampa can cause us a few issues, to say the least. Drampa can be a bit threatening as well to Reshiram. Okay, so I think we've got Incineroar, Reshiram. Do we want CALY and Amoonguss maybe? Do we need Gastrodon? Gastrodon's not bad, but I don't think we bring it to this one. I think Drampa is one of those Pokemon that's so diverse. It has such a deep move pool. You can probably see it running a bunch of different things that threaten like stuff like Gastrodon pretty hard. Bruno, Indy was rad. Not the best result, but loved every second of it. Great to hear, mate. That's awesome. Also Arsenal, Spurs every day. I respect that, mate. I respect that. You know what? I really like both teams. I like both teams. I've always been a fan of Arsenal, especially under Wenger. I think like their brand of football was so good. But yeah, I gotta say, I just feel like I can't let the fam down with the Tottenham support. So we'll secretly be like a neutral on here, but when I'm with them, I'll be big up Spurs. Coys, come on, you Spurs. But I mean, the last game I watched the Spurs was against Brentford, and they were turgid. Actually, me and Adam at Frankfurt at UIC went out after the Saturday to watch. We could catch the second half of the game, and it was a turgid game. It was turgid. It was so rough. We could Draco into the DD. Max Wormund. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna just max. Go for it. John, a Chelsea draw, loss, and win against Spurs puts Arsenal third. That's insane. When Chelsea was so far ahead as well, man. That's actually so nuts, isn't it? Crazy. Chelsea's form. I imagine they'll beat Leeds tonight. But you never know, do you? Their form at the minute feels like it's kind of on par with Man United. Bebum, how you doing, mate? I hope you're doing good, mate. I hope you're feeling better as well, man. Hope you're feeling better from the other day and your fever's kind of eased up, mate. I wonder what the Snorlax is going to do. I'm kind of interested to see what it kind of starts doing. But we're pretty free to get CALY in here and just launch off a Glacial Lance if we want. Although Darkest Lariat's probably a thing on the Snorlax. And we could bring in Amoonguss and just put the Snorlax to sleep. I think we pressure a bit more with the Amoonguss, to be honest. Mercy, how are you doing? I hope you are well. Bruno, Wenger was the man. I don't like Arteta, but he finally has us playing well. Surprisingly, yeah, very surprisingly, mate. Yeah, I've never been the biggest fan of Arteta, if I'm completely honest. I think we'll do Max Flare or Quake. Let's Quake this turn. I don't think they got any ground resists on their team. No, and it's likely you switch, maybe switch the DD out here, potentially. Actually, no, we'll Max Flare. I think get the Sun up and then we can Max Quake if we need to the next turn. Yeah. And then, like, we're not missing the knockout. Like, Max Quake might whiff it, which would be terrible for us dealing with this Snorlax. So, yeah, and we get the Sun up. So we've got a super powered Max Flare the next turn. Dude, I think the fans treated Wenger unfairly at the end of his tenure at Arsenal. 100%, yeah. Like, oh, it's big belly drum Snorlax. There we go. Love to see it. The balls this player has just to do that, like in front of a Reshiram. I know you got the follow me support, but it's a big call. Belly drumming in front of a Dynamax restricted. Fair play though. It's probably thick fat as well. No berry, which is interesting, so it must be a super berry. Zacian coming back in. I think we just nuke the Snorlax, to be honest, and spore the Zacian. Yeah, let's do that. I love Wenger. I think there's that documentary on Prime at the minute, on Amazon Prime, about Wenger. I've only watched about half of it, but it's so good. Really enjoy it. Custard berry. Ooh. Are you kidding? And there's a sub. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, and Spurs definitely aren't in a dire situation like Man United. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. The Spurs are in good hands. I think with a pre-season, a few players that Conte brings in, I think they're going to be in a really strong position next season. So I think there's a bunch of good stuff to come from them. Bebum, yeah, bro. Yesterday was horrendous, but today's been very stable. Oh, I'm pleased to hear, mate. Pleased to hear. Man United, John, have never been the same since Fergie. I think Fergie might be like, you know, one of the problems why Man United are still struggling, you know. Ezra, the first line Keyblade Master. I have to say that. Or the whole name. Thank you so much for the sub. What a great username as well. Yeah, I think Fergie may be one of the reasons why. Like, because he's in the background, right? It just feels like, is it all right to kind of be there still? Like, should you not, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I think he's incredible what he did at the club. Okay, that's not good. What's this Ashen gonna drop? Just a behemoth. That boost is not ideal. Right, that's totally flipped everything round. Is it possible for me to fight you today? Well, not today, my friend. We will be doing Viewer Battle stream at some point, but today I'm just going to play the ladder. Ryan, who's your favorite restricted? Favorite restricted. It's kind of hard because I'd always kind of immediately jump to Kyogre, but I do really like Ice Rider Calyrex, you know. Rayquaza as well. Yeah, we're done. We are done. There's like nothing we can. I mean, the one thing we can kind of hope for, there is no hope. There is no hope in this match. We could hope that they're not sashed and we can pick up the knockout against Calyrex. But it's not going to happen. Man United should have gotten Conte. 100%, dude. 100%. Like, I have no idea why they didn't get Conte. I know, like, Gary Neville is always going on about, like, Conte is not the Man United style, doesn't fit the mold. But, I mean, I think Miko Richards said it, like, perfectly. He's like, well, do you not want to win? I think there's that, like, really big interview. When was it? Did they get beat off Liverpool, like, 4-0? And, like, after that, it was just, like, do you not want to win? And I think it's like, yeah, really, when you look at it, like Conte would have been the best manager for them because they don't have like issues with spending money on players or anything. So I think like that's all Conte wants. That's all, literally all he wants is to just have a budget. And I think they would have done really well with them. I think Ten Hag coming in, like Ten Hag's a great manager, but I think it's very, very risky. Very risky. Oh, there's no winning this. Not from this position. Okay. We totally misjudged the end position there. That is not ideal. Okay, good game to my opponent. Good game sent. But yeah, I think it's risky for Ten Hag to come in because if things go south and it doesn't work out, I mean, his reputation is going to be really hard to kind of like repair after that. He'll have to go back to, it just puts him back in his career progress, I feel. So it's a big thing, and it's a big job to sort out. Man United, they're in tatters at the minute, aren't they? They're just, yeah. But you never know, he might come in, stabilize things, and they might be a lot better next season. I mean, it just goes to show how well Ollie did with when he was there, you know. Okay, next up, Solgaleo, Rotom Heat, Kyogre, Rillaboom, Thundurus, Incarnate, and Grimmsnarl. Alright. This is probably, I mean, Mimikyu with Will-O-Wisp's nice here. It's just a little awkward to get it. Well, we can get it onto the Solgaleo. It's just we're going to have to probably bring something like Amoonguss here. They got Brutal Swing though, so it means that's their line of setup, isn't it? Okay, we got Mimikyu, I think. Amoonguss. Do we want Reshiram? I think we can get away with not bringing Reshiram, Gastrodon, and Calyrex, to be honest. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with that. But yeah, I think Man United's a really interesting one to look at next season. I think the Premier League in general next year is going to be really, really good. And Thomas, you heard they're discontinuing the iPod? No way. I have no idea where my iPod is. Lost somewhere. I had it like, I never got an iPod for ages, and I always had like these like little Sony MP3 players. Like my dad would get me them. So I never had like, it was like all my friends had iPods, and I had this like Sony MP3 player, it was an awesome MP3 player, but it was never an iPod, you know. Kind of always wished. Okay, what are we gonna see? Spout. I mean, we get a Trick Room up, right? At the cost of losing Amoonguss, for sure. Yeah. And then maxing. Okay. Big call. It's because Reshi isn't shiny. Mercy, I think you're right. 100% right. I love shiny Reshiram as well. It's such a nice Pokemon. Such a nice shiny. I think I've got one that I could still get in my shield copy, and the layers, max raid layers. Be kind of nice to have one though. Okay, there we go. There's a Spout destroying Amoonguss. And John, they must have blown millions paying off managers. Oh, can you imagine? Yeah, like disgusting amounts of money. And there's the lightning. Okay, that's fine. I think we probably take this. Yeah. Okay. We got a pretty seamless switch into Gastrodon if we want it the next turn and get the boost. I know we can't put anything to sleep, but we could get the Gastrodon in for kind of free almost, or we could Rage Powder and Will-O-Wisp. And then we lose the Mimikyu though, that's not the ideal situation. But Will-O-Wisp and the Solgaleo is pretty nice. Yeah, what we could do is Will-O-Wisp, Solgaleo, sack Mimikyu, and bring Gastrodon. That kind of works. Jose, how are you doing? I hope you're well. It's been a while. I thought you took a break from streaming. I did, mate. It was moving house, so it's been about 2 months without any content on the channel, which was super sad and super hard to do, and like so much going on in the meantime while it was going on. But oh, we actually take that. That's nuts. That's nuts. Okay. But nice to be back, mate, and great to see you in the chat tonight. I hope you're doing well. And Rose, how are you doing? It's been a while. I hope you're well. Love the new logo. Thank you so much, Rose. That was one thing I could kind of work on when we were when I was out and couldn't get on to do content. So I'm pleased you like it though, and I hope you've been doing good. Kale Master, what's your favorite shiny for legendaries? Ooh. Can we include like primals in that? Because that would like definitely be a big sway on my decision, I think. JJ, how are you doing? Would your opponent's name happen to be Lucky? Nah, I don't think so. I don't know actually. Like, actually, are you being serious, or are you just like, I don't know what my opponent's name? Can I see? No. But none of my opponents have been lucky tonight, I don't think. Not so far. Hopefully that doesn't change. I think we just haven't been playing very optimally, to be honest. Do I actually just... No, I maxed the... I think I actually... we're just going to double protect here. Okay, well that's kind of fine anyway, because we just saw like the last turn, these max turns. They may go for... Yeah, they may go for Steel Spike anyway into Calyrex. Which is kind of fine, because they're going to proc the weakness policy. Yeah. Oh, they go into Gastrodon. Okay, don't want to proc the policy. We don't want to proc the policy either. That's the big thing. Defense boost on the Rotom isn't ideal. But I mean, are they really gonna, like, are they gonna overheat in the rain? We could go hard in on... How many turns of Trick Room we've got left? That's a big 2. This is the annoying thing where Ally Switch comes in. Yeah, this is like, this would be annoying for Ally Switch. For sure. Not the timeout, and no, Div Dax. The timeout wasn't too bad. We kind of were alright with that timeout. Definitely helped a bit. But I still think, like, if we maybe got a yawn off into the Kyogre, yeah, that's what I was worried about. The cheese. This is what's super annoying. Like, Rotom's like so good in this situation. Solgaleo's just doing nothing though. Right, I'm not playing the ally switch guessing game. I think what we'll do is we will go for the same targets again. I'm not playing the game. I'm not playing it. And if we see it, then fair enough. But this just feels like it's, yeah, I'm not playing the game. I'm not playing the game. Watch, we're gonna see it again. No, we don't see it. Okay, that's good. That's good. So we don't have to worry about playing the ally switch game anymore, which is nice. Hopefully they don't have Will-O-Wisp though. Yeah, the defense boosts are pretty nice. So that reset the burn drop. I think we need to probably earth power that the next turn. Yeah, there's the earthquake. We're going to do a bit more to Gastrodon than we would like, but we still take it pretty comfortably. And there's a Will-O-Wisp. Yeah. Now the Rotom probably has to switch out here just to save itself from going to sleep. Sunseal Strike might come out as well. What could come in for the Rotom? Be the Kyogre. I think they feel probably pretty safe, like not switching. I think we go Max Hailstorm into that slot and let's go for an Earth Power into Solgaleo. Because if something like the Rillaboom comes in on that slot, oh, we're not even going to see it. We're just going to see it staying and just Will-O-Wisp. Alright. Okay. Bevan, I think since you predict the ally switch, you could have doubled into one slot though. Maybe, but at that point, it's like, do they have it? You know? But you're right. I think, like, at least we kind of, like, would have got a little bit more of a return. But then again, if, you know, if we're going for the Max Quake and Earth Power into the Solgaleo, then we just lose out. So, we're better off probably splitting our options. At least the Rotom's asleep now. We have got a defense boost. Glastrier is not really doing very much though. And it's kind of difficult to deal with a Rotom with Gastrodon and Ice Beam. Especially when we're burned. Let's see what they bring in. Kyogre. I mean, they can max, but are they gonna? And the only thing I could see them maybe going for is Max Hailstorm into the Gastrodon. But are they going to get it? They do enough damage though, but we could yawn it. Are they just going to water spout? Nah, I think they have to max Hailstorm. If anything, they have to go for that. No, they're just going to go water spout. Or they could just Ice Beam, to be honest. No, just water spout. They maxed before. Of course they did. Of course they did. My mind tonight, my brain tonight. To be fair, friends, I had a stupidly early get up this morning. So that might be partially down to my lack of brain function right now. We kind of need Amoonguss on the field for the sap. Okay, let's get Amoonguss onto the field and let's Earth Power the Kyogre. Let's try it. I appreciate it, Bebum. I appreciate it, mate. There it is. The ally switch. At least you got a better way to put things to sleep now. Still going to do a lot to the Amoonguss though. Jonah, how are you doing? I hope you're well, my friend. Thanks so much for hopping in and joining us tonight. I don't know what's better, just to pull and puff Gastrodon and just yawn into the Auger slot. Ally switch. It's I wonder if it'll carry into Gen 9. It may do. The boom. What we're gonna see this Rotom go for? Will-O-Wisp? Or an ally switch? There's no way you go ally switch. Oh my god. That's all it's doing. It's just ally switching. Yeah, there's like... That saves his Rillaboom. Okay, how many turns of Trick Room we got left? Not as many as we need, I don't think. 2. Let's see. Oh, Calyrex is so low as well. I mean, one thing we could... no, we can't. We can't do it. We could be really, really, really ballsy and do this play and have them expect that we're going to protect the Gastrodon for sure, and that we're just not going to do it and just get some big damage onto the boom. Let's see. I mean, kind of like, we've not really got too many options right now. If they glide into the Gastrodon, it's done, but yeah. I mean, why wouldn't they? But you know, the mind games come into it, and they may think you're going to protect there, like you would normally, like a normal person would. Hit ally switch and hit Rotom Heat. I like Rotom Heat though. I do like it. Good game to my opponent. Aeroblast, I hope it gets nerfed, to be honest. Yeah, I think so. I think it needs an adjustment going into the next games for sure. What's your favorite shiny starter? Ooh. Favorite shiny starter. I do really like Infernape, you know. It's not very different though, is it? It's not very different of a shiny, because it's just got that kind of like more crimson color to it. But it is a nice shiny. Charizard, of course, because it's like completely different shiny to everything else. So that's an easy one. Like the black Charizard. It's always nice. I don't know, what about you? Scorbunny's pretty cool. Scorbunny is pretty cool. I don't want to check out the team. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. If they keep ally switch in the game, let's hope at least it's neutral priority. I think that's a way to kind of like manage it a little more, you know. Having the plus priority is where the problem comes with it from, I think. Yours is Scorbunny. Scorbunny is really nice. Joker, here we go. And Bebum, if they keep ally switching the game, it has to either be A, get the priority nerfed, or get distributed to way less more. Yeah, 100% mate. Okay, we got the Rinya Sun team up next, so let's see what we can do against this. Not going to be easy, but not going to be impossible either. I think Incineroar is like super important in this game for us. Got to manage it really carefully. Let's go Reshiram. I think is a nice lead. I think CALY. CALY's really good if we can get the Trick Room up, of course. Do we got Mimikyu as well, maybe? Potentially. Yeah. Let's do that. CALY. Yeah. Okay. John, I want Gigantamax, Dynamax for and Megas. I mean, that would be really cool. I think there was some people with like custom firmware kind of saw that Megas were kind of coded into the background of Sword and Shield data. So there was some pictures going around very early Sword and Shield days where you had like Mega Charizard X and things like that in their Dynamax form, which was pretty cool. Bebum, that's how they're gonna fix this abomination. Yeah, I think yeah, probably both A and B, Bebum, I reckon, is the way to fix it, like, honestly. Right, let's I mean, if the Grimmsnarl decides to trick us, they get an Assault Vest and they're pretty useless for the rest of the game, right? I think we pot and shot out onto the Gastrodon. Do we just try and get... Do you think they will max Quake? I don't think they will. We just drop a Draco onto it and just get some damage onto it. Squirrel, how are you doing, my friend? I hope you are well and having a great day. Thanks so much for coming in the stream. Ideal. Right, well, we seeing the Gastrodon go for this yawn. Where is it yawning into? Probably the Reshiram, I would imagine. Gives a pretty free switch to the CALY. Right, I think Megas would be cool, but it shouldn't be able to Dynamax Megas. That would be broken. I just want Megas for the Genies, especially my Thundy. Yeah, I think like having Megas. Right, did we get Drowsy? Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, I think Megas and having them. I think Protect, and let's try and get Incy alongside Reshiram here. That might work a bit better. Yeah, I think like no way you want to Dynamax Megas. That's just nuts. It would be cool, very cool to see, don't get us wrong, but like competitively it would just be disaster. Power creep would be unreal. Could you imagine it in like a restricted format as well? It'd be nuts. Yeah, Megas are 100% Nova. See where we see the yawn going into this. I kind of just want to get a Glacial Lance off, if I'm completely honest. Like, I don't really care about the yawns. The Gastrodon going for yawns is not really something I'm too worried about. We'll go for the fake out into the Grimmsnarl. Might have been better to kind of potting shot, but I kind of worry about this Grimmsnarl having something like foul play that could be a little bit annoying to deal with, and also the trick there as well as a little bit frustrating to deal with, and just getting damage on the board is always a good thing. And yeah, the yawn coming out. Okay. Dynamax Mega Rayquaza. My god, could you imagine? Absolutely nuts. We could have got a Trick Room up there as well, so I'm going to pull Reshiram in, and I think what we'll do is we'll go for another potting shot onto Gastrodon. Ryan, do you like dynamic speed mechanic? I do, I love it. I think it's something that Pokemon's missed for years. So to have it finally introduced, I think it's really good. Yeah. And it makes a lot more Pokemon in previous gens. If that was the case, it would be a lot more viable, you know? Groudon hitting the field just in time for Reshiram to come in. Imagine Dynamax and Mega Kang going for 2 max moves in a row. Oh my god, that would actually happen as well. That would be horrendous, wouldn't it? It'd be horrible. Yeah, 2 max Knuckles in a row, plus 2 Mega Kang. Ugh. And next to that, like a Zacian or something, just getting those boosts as well. To go Mimikyu here and try and get a Trick Room up. It's probably not a bad time to try and get the Trick Room activated though. So light screen's up, we got to remember. They made T-Wave, but I mean, we don't really mind the T-Wave if they... They're going to max Quake, that's the only problem. Like, we could max Wormwind now. And Trick Room as well. Because there's no chance they bring in Zacian in this situation. I don't think, anyway. DK trading missed a huge spot when you cut your grass earlier. Dude, I used to do that all the time. I'm so lucky now. We've got like, we've just got like fake grass in the backyard, and it's really nice. It looks super nice all the time as well. Like, it looks like it's like perfect. It's actually really cool as well. It gets like, it feels like super nice. It's a weird thing to kind of discuss on stream, but it's yeah, it's surprisingly cool. Surprisingly. Pair Mega Can with Oranguru with Instruct. My god, could you imagine how nuts that would be? There's that Spirit Break coming out from the Grimmsnarl. I like that my opponent's not really committed to a max yet. I mean, we can burn the Groudon this next turn, so we're not really too worried about it with those max Quakes if it does decide to go down that route. I think we just start max Flaring though. Let's go after the Grimmsnarl and get rid of that. To be fair, I would like a format without gimmicks and restricted for a long time after the very long period and successive formats of restricted. Yeah, I do. I feel the same, you know. I think if we had something like that's why I think when BDSP dropped and there was all the kind of rumors around, or kind of the clamor more from players, like, you know, wanting BDSP as the official VG format. I don't know how many people realistically wanted that to happen, but I was definitely one of those players, and I really love BDSP doubles. I think it's like it's a really good format, and I think it would have really been something very fun to do for VGC. It's a very different game when you haven't got the gimmicks, Bebum, and it's when you haven't got max, you haven't got megas, you haven't got Z moves. It's like that thing though, you can have a bad matchup, but you can still win like a bad matchup by just outplaying your opponent with your team and outmaneuvering them, if that makes sense. Okay. Do we just go another max flare into the Grimmsnarl? Or do we go for... I mean, what potentially is going to come in there? We know the Gastrodon's in the back, which could come in. We could Safeguard now as well. It will give us a little bit of protection against the Gastrodon when it decides to come onto the field again. Yeah, let's go for that. Let's go for it. Adam, favorite non-competitive Pokemon. Favorite non-competitive Pokemon. Probably Vileplume, you know. I talked about this last week on stream. I love Vileplume. I really do. I don't know whether it's like you could class it as competitive or not, but it's not something you ever really see in VG. So, a very like maybe like the one-off team, like a thumbnail, like, you know, like that clickbait thumbnail that you see, like Vileplume ripping a team apart, maybe. But like that's maybe like once in like I don't know how many years of playing VG. And I could be making that up as well. So I would definitely say Vileplume. I think Vileplume would be my choice for that one. What about you? Aeroblast, which format should follow after Series 12? I would say a non-restricted format with no Dynamax, which they could potentially do, but I don't think they ever will do, if I'm completely honest. I don't think they'll ever do that. With the amount of streams that they're going to have for events going forward, even if it stays like Sword and Shield till November, you're gonna have a bunch of streams. So I don't think they'll do non-Dynamax, if that makes sense. Could we do this? Because 100% the Zacian is going to protect here, and if it doesn't, we get the Will-O-Wisp off. And CALY's a nice switch in where we can just put a bunch of pressure on my opponent. Series 12 is leaving a bad taste in my mouth. I don't know, I still like Series 12. I think like compared to like the other series we've had, I think in the Sword and Shield circuit, it's kind of nice for the first time where... Okay. You're procking my own weakness policy. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think when you compare it to like the other like series 12 is pretty good, to be honest. But it's been weird, Sword and Shield. They, you know, they just, you know, had like new series, like new rule set every 3 months. It's crazy. We've never like had anything like that before. Is this our last turn of Trick Room? It is. Are they going to switch out the Zacian here to save it being burnt? Because they just protected. Because we could double Trick Room here. It's kind of risky. I'm not going to lie. It's kind of risky. And I think it's safer just to Glacial Lance and Will-O-Wisp. Regardless here. Because then we can just protect. Yeah, we could have done it. But I still think this is probably safer to do, because the Glacial Lance will probably take down the Groudon. Maybe not both, because they've got the Reflect up. So we are +2, but maybe the Groudon goes down. Maybe. Ooh, we get the Groudon. Okay. But yeah, the safer play is to... Oh, this is going to knock that out. Yeah, just to get the Incineroar in now for the Mimikyu. What I was going to say is get the Incineroar in, protect the Calyrex, get the Fake out. But the Gastrodon's going to be gone because of the burn damage anyway, so that's fine. Dude, I think Colossal is at the weakest it has ever been since the G-Max, which is a lot. Yeah, I think so as well, mate. Yeah. Crazy, because it's been so dominant, hasn't it? The Gastrodon does kick around. There's a Trick Room ending. I think Incineroar's still fine to bring in here and get that fake out support. I think the thing that would worry me a bit is if the Zacian has substitute, which could be a little bit awkward, because if it subs here and we pivot into Incineroar, we can't fake it out the next turn, and it kind of makes it a little bit more tricky. But we should be alright. I forget we've still got Reshiram in the back as well, which is nuts. Dude, which makes me more enjoyable to play, to be competitive. Yeah, completely honest. Yeah, I get that. I agree with that as well, dude, for sure. But like series like Sword and Shield is has been a weird gen. Like I've really enjoyed it, but the power creep has just been, it feels a little bit too much. Like the power creep that we've seen has been a bit too much, in my opinion, I think, because like you've got Regieleki, which is just busted. You've got the Calyrex forms, which are both ridiculous. You got Urshifu as well, which I mean, like, there's no way Urshifu can go into any future gen where there's not Dynamax and have that ability. There's no way. And I mean, the signature attacks as well. Like, there's just, yeah, no chance of that being a thing. They're gonna yawn us, but I guess it's all right because we can then, yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Whatever happens, Trick Room up. Here we go. Yeah, there's just too many things, I think, that like in this, and then you got Dynamax on top of that, which I think would be all right if we didn't have, like, well, there's just so many things with Dynamax that you think they could have made it a little bit, like the fact that you can't flinch, for one, is a big thing. And other things as well. There's so much with Dynamax that we could go into, but we'd be here hours, friends. But you know, I just think all in all, when you look at like Sword and Shield, the power creep is ridiculous, and hopefully it doesn't like continue, because you think like when you look at like TCG as well, like the power creep in that is just gradually getting more and more and more, right? And hopefully VG doesn't follow that, other games don't follow that. It'd be nice to have that like plateau for Gen 9 where it's a bit more like balanced, even sort of thing, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Bebum, I'm not saying it's bad, but maybe it's me being done with Sword and Shield as a game. Maybe, dude. I think a lot of people feel the same way, you know. The game is still hunting up pretty well after 3 years. Yeah, I mean, the game's done amazingly well. Like, really well for the amount of time it's been out, you know. But I really enjoyed Sword and Shield as a gen. I think it's really good. Gen 9 I'm looking forward to, but Gen 8 and all, it's been a pretty nice time, to be honest. Like, aside from like, if we're just looking at it from like a game point of view, because we've had like Sword and Shield, we had BDSP, and then we had Legends Arceus as well, which is pretty cool. How many turns? We got 3. There's no chance that they are sneaking out of this one, and there's no chance we're messing this up with a blue flare miss. DK Trading started playing VGC with Sword and Shield, so I'm ready for Gen 9. Definitely ready, mate. Aeroblast, I wonder what data Game Freak uses to balance their games between generations. They do, yeah, I wonder as well. I do wonder, but they definitely do. They make adjustments. Like, you look at like Pokemon like Talonflame that were like once upon a time like totally busted with like their Gale Wings ability, which that got nerfed, and there's loads of examples of that happening, you know. So it'd be interesting to see what they do. I think Ally Switch is probably a big one. If you look at like busted things that like win tournaments, I think those showcasing moments are quite important for Game Freak. I think they do look at those sort of things. Okay, good game to my opponent. Okay, we beat Rinya's son with this team, so that's a good start. I'm saying it's a good start. We've been going for a little while now. How long have we been going? Over an hour and a half. But it's still a good start. Here we go. Anthony, what do we got? Anthony, our racist comments allowed on here. 100% not, dude. Of course they're not. Of course they're not. I'm asking because I'm new here. Dude, they racist comments shouldn't be allowed anywhere. It's like, I'm not offending you, but it's not probably not a cool question to ask. Like, it should be self-explanatory. There's no room for racism like here, especially here, but anywhere else. So no, definitely not, dude. And if that's your jam, then you can go to another channel, because there's just no room for it. Anyway, chat, we got our next opponent, so let's get into it. Mr. Wolf, that face is exactly how I'm feeling right now. exactly. We got Mienshao, we got Rillaboom, Yveltal, Tornadus, Kyogre, and Tapu Koko. Have to kind of hold it together. I'm going to lurk around on here until there's no moderators active. Well, Anthony, if that's the case, dude, we'll just have to shadow ban you, mate. And sorry, like, that's that, dude. Insane stuff like that is not gonna... I'm not biting to it anymore. Chat, I'm gonna keep my cool. I'm gonna rise above. Anthony, who are you? Anyway, what we're gonna do against this Yveltal Kyogre team, because Tapu Koko is not something we generally see, but that Taunt Kyogre combination is a little bit scary because it's got the Taunt there. But we do have the Mental Herb, which can help us for sure against that. I don't really want to be... Oh, man. No. This is not... Okay, we're timing out. Anthony's causes the huge timeout. There we go. Anthony, I'm blaming you for all of this. Aeroblast, I feel like Water Spout and Rain is too much. Yeah, it is strong. But they've never changed it since like Ruby and Sapphire, so... Thank you so much, Bebum. I appreciate it, mate. Teo, thank you so much for the sub and for joining us tonight. I hope you're having a great day, and hope you enjoy the stream with us. Needle Rich, how are you doing, mate? It has been a little while, man. I hope you're doing good. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Going to Lille or any other regionals going forward. I would have liked to have gone to Lille, but I couldn't get the time off, mate, which was really, really sad. So... actually, we can get the Trick Room up here. Because even if they got Taunt, they have to have double Taunt, and they're not going to have double Taunt. How about you, mate? What are you doing? Are you getting to Lille? Yeah, work wouldn't let me have the time off for work, Lille, so I can't get to Lille, and I don't know if I'll be able to get to any others. I hope to. Chat. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say right now. Yeah, Nova. Ryan, do you have nothing better? Yeah, exactly, yeah. Lewis, thank you so much, and thanks for joining us tonight. I hope you're doing good, my friend. Luke, how are you doing, mate? I hope you're well. Been watching on my TV, but just got my laptop to say hi. How are you doing, mate? I hope you're good, and thanks so much for hopping in and joining us tonight. Right. Here we go. There we go. Okay. Anthony should be gone now. So, sorry, Anthony, but there's no room. There's no room for it. And I'm sorry, chat. It's disrupted our game. I know it is. Okay, we're +2. Mienshao is a little bit annoying, but we could Wisp it as well. Yeah, let's Wisp it. Appreciate it, Ryan, Bebum, everyone else as well. Really appreciate it. Well, definitely Anthony and his alts will be back, I'm sure, under different accounts 100% this evening. So we'll have to keep an eye out for it, friends. Look who's in the stream. Like Corecaster. How are you doing, Lou? I hope you're well. What's a full team, Lee? I've been running a Mimikyu CALY. Team 2, nice. How are you finding it, Lou? Full team is exactly the same 6 that Alex ran in EUIC. It's not the exact team because I have no idea about his EVs and stuff like that, so I've kind of had to do the EV in on my end, but it's the exact same 6. So CALY Ice, Reshiram, Mimikyu, Inci, Amoonguss, and Gastrodon. Our favorite, Gastrodon. Hope you're doing good, though, and awesome to see you. There's that coaching that we love to see into an empty slot. Roz, I'm not sorry, huh? No one, I don't think anyone's sorry except Anthony, who's still probably not sorry, you know? We need to get an Anthony t-shirt made now. We need to think of a good idea. No, that's bullying. That's we'll not stoop to that level. But what a weird guy to come in and drop things like that. Starved of attention. But we'll not judge him. We'll not judge him. There might be other things going on, so we don't know. We don't know. We're not going to make assumptions. Oh, there we go. We like to see it. Okay. Comeback is on. Even after timing out, Anthony did us a favor. Look, I'm not too bad. Good to hear, mate. Watching any football tonight? Look, you're a Man U fan, right? I'm right in saying that. I hope I'm not getting it wrong, because that could come as a big insult. But I want to say you are. I have a feeling you are. That we've discussed it before. I hope I'm remembering it right. Got Edu up next. Is this our friend Edu? Maybe. Maybe not as well. Who knows? It is Edu though, and they are playing team of Regieleki, Ferrothorn, Rillaboom, Zacian, Tornadus, and Kyogre. So Trick Room is going to be difficult in this because of the Ferrothorn primarily, because like just setting it up, allowing them iron defenses, things like that is going to make it a little bit awkward to deal with, and that's where like Reshiram would come in, and you kind of want Reshiram to be the kind of the big player in this match really for us. You look at the things that my opponents got, Reshiram does pretty well outside of like the Kyogre. So if we can utilize Gastrodon effectively to kind of give that support against Reshiram, that would be super nice. And probably, yeah, we don't want Trick Room, although Trick Room is nice, excluding the Ferrothorn coming onto the field. We could... Could we slow things down and go that way, or could we just go Resh, Mimi? Mimi the play though for the Trick Room, I don't know. Why do we just go Incy? Gastro. No, I think what we do is Mimi. I think CALY and Gastrodon and lock in before we time out. And Lou, that team was so hyped to cast. Yeah, one of my favorites, Lou, for sure. Little Gastro. I've ordered a plush from the Pokemon Center. Same here. Which color did you go for? Did you go for the pink or the blue? Because I went for the blue. So I hope... Well, it doesn't matter, does it? If we've got two blue ones, then that's more waiting for how good the blue one is, right? And if you've got the pink one, then we've got one each, which is great. So hopefully next time we get behind the desk together, we can bring our little buddies with us. That'd be awesome. Atom, how you doing? Any new Pokemon from Legends Arceus would you think would be potentially a threat in the competitive scene? 100%. Like Goodra, for one, would be... Like Hisui and Goodra is just bust. So bust. Like crazy. So I think that would do really well in the current format. What are they going to switch in here? Kyogre? Do we max? Because we could max. If they switch in the Kyogre, we just get the sun up, which is kind of fine anyway. And we could just Trick Room. Because, I mean, if we get the attack onto there's no way they're going to allow us to get this blue flare onto Ferrothorn. But if they do, and we set the Trick Room at the same time, then it could work out. Like Adam likes to say, a good friend does. Everything will be coming up Millhouse. If this comes off. Bebum, I was going to ban him, but I waited for your move late. Dude, next time, don't even hesitate. Swing that Thor hammer. Swing it hard. You don't even need to ask, mate. Luke, I used to, but now I follow Sport in Lisbon. Nice, dude. Okay. It's probably the better choice as well. Sport in Lisbon are a really cool team, mate. Really cool team. Well... Is that the real Edu or not? Probably not, I don't think, mate. I don't think so. But who knows, it may be. Bebum would be better. I think Bebum would know, I think. So Bebum's the one to ask. And Luke, I love Pinchurchin plush. Pinchurchin plush is so nice. Have you seen some of the new... they've got the Hisuian. I can't believe we got that. Okay, that's good. They've got some of the Hisuian plushies on the Pokemon Center right now, which would be cool. A Solana Aeroblast. Yeah, and a Trick Room. Be an interesting one. Just trying to think of other ones. Sneasler might be alright. Lou, I went blue because it was blue in the event, so we'll be twinning. Excellent. That is the best news. That is the best news. Divdax, I so want to try an Amoris Therian. I know, right? That's a turtle looking one, right? Isn't it? Yeah. It's very cool. Are they just going to allow us to like wipe through their team? No way. I mean, we haven't got... Oh, we've got the Trick Room up as well, haven't we? So this is just... Yeah, this is nuts. There's no way they go max into Mimikyu here. So we could just burn Zash in and go Flare into Aleki. Yeah, let's do that. Anamoris is going to be really, really cool though. I think that's going to be... Well, it's going to be interesting how they... Like, they have to integrate it within Gen 9, right? But its typing's awesome. It's just like a super, like, souped up Togekiss, really, without the bulk. Just way more offensiveness. But the Therian form's cool. I do like the little turtle. It's very cool. Very cute as well. It's probably a better, less creepy design than the Incarnate form. Not there's anything wrong with the Incarnate form, but, you know, it does look a little bit weird. A little bit. Arix, how you doing? I hope you're well. Is it tough for you to stream after your job? By the way, I'm curious, what's your profession? Work in a hospital, mate. Sometimes it is. I think Fridays going forward are going to be tough because, like, I have a long drive now, and it's super early start, so it's like sub 5 wake up drive. Like, it's a long way now after the move because we moved way further away from where I work, so probably need to start thinking of maybe changing where I work, location wise anyway, so that's probably something on the cards. But it can be sometimes, like, it depends on the day really. It depends how much my brain feels like, but generally all right, and you guys carry me through, honestly, so that's the big thing. Right, we got Jeremy up next playing Dialga, Landorus, Ho-Oh, Regieleki, Rillaboom, and P2. Right, what are we going to do against this? Because there's definitely Trick Room switch in here, and the Dialga causes it causes loads of issues against that Calyrex and Reshiram because it's probably faster than Reshiram and can hit us with big max Wormwinds, which aren't going to be great, and we really can't damage it effectively back as well as what we probably would like to. Gastrodon feels like it's the best, but then Rillaboom's not really doing too much. Okay, we'll go Incineroar, Gastrodon as a lead, and then we will bring probably Reshiram, and do we just go CALY? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, let's go CALY. And will blue Gastrodon over pink all day, mate, all day. I don't dislike the pink one, but the blue one's definitely the blue one's west coast, isn't it? West coast, west side, west Gastrodon, right? Isn't it? And the other one's east. I only remember that from Legends Arceus, from where you're on the Colbert coastline, because that's like the western island, isn't it? So yeah, that's the only reason I remember the two, which is weird because I should remember it. Like, really should remember it from previous generations that I've played. Okay, this is not ideal. Let's parting shot into the Dialga. I don't think Gastrodon can really stick around here, can it? No. But the switch is so obvious, and they just probably max Quake anyway. But maybe not. Let's see. Let's hope they don't max Wormwind. If they do, then we're done for. Lewis, deleting racism is the best call. 100%, mate. Like, no room for it. Anthony or Antonio. Whoever they are, no time for it. Not here, mate. Not anywhere, like. I just find the comments so weird. So weird. But, right, I think the thing is, if we can get rid of the Rillaboom, then, you know, we're in a really good spot. It's just a case of, can we get rid of the Rillaboom? Are they going to allow us to remove it from the field? Because I don't feel like they're going to keep it on the field. And it's like P2 could come in there. And I don't think we're going to be able to take... It's just, do we make a switch? I kind of need the parting shot out onto... Depends on the speed of the Dialga as well, you know. We might be faster. Maxing's a bad idea, I think. I think let's just Blue Flare into the Rillaboom. We might lose Reshiram on the back of this. Yeah, okay. But we might not as well. Depends what the Dialga... It's not maxing here, so... Depends what it's going for. Raw retire. Oh, it is maxing, so that is bad. That is bad. Depends where it goes though. Mr. Wolf, you can't delete hit, but we can ignore it. Move on. Yeah, that's so true, mate. That's it. DK Trading got a higher ranked player. Got to win this one. Yeah, we've got to, mate. Or try to. Try to. Pressure on now, mate. Rose, thank you so much for coming by. Great to see you tonight, and hope to catch up with you again soon. We'll be doing shiny hunting on Friday, Rose. If you are about for the stream on Friday, it'd be super nice to see you there. Okay. Lose the Incy, which is not brilliant at all. But we can give ourselves a little bit of room, I think, with the Gastrodon. And I think we probably have to commit to maxing now. I think we yawn into Dialga, and I think we max and max Quake to give us the special Spit F boost. I'm pretty sure that's what we'll do. Nidoridge, no worries, mate. I'm going to Lille and then hopefully Bremen. Nice, mate. Try and get that invite. You'll do it, mate. If anyone can do it, you will, mate. You eke it out. I believe you'll be able to do it. You're a strong enough player to do it, mate. I'd say you have a better chance than I would if I was going to those events. So I'll be rooting for you, man. And it's nice that you're going to be able to get to a couple more events as well pretty soon as well. Different parts of the world. Lille will be good, I think. It'll be a really good event. And German events are always really good, so... Okay, we get off before the Dialga, which is decent. Not going to do very much. It's respectable. It's respectable. Managed to get work to change my holiday dates from a USA after the ticket fiasco. That's good, mate. Yeah. At least you didn't lose any holidays. There's a big max Wormwind. Okay, into Gastrodon. Are they doubling into it? Which seems strange because they got the Rillaboom in the back, so you'd think they wouldn't really be too concerned about the Gastro, but they might be worried about the potential yawns coming out. What's this Ho-Oh doing? Has the Ho-Oh moved? Or did it protect? Huh. What did I miss there? Did it just protect? It must have just protected. Okay. Do we try and yawn into the... No. We'll protect here. And we'll go... Try and snipe this Ho-Oh with the big rockfall. Because we can get it. I don't think it'll have a Charty. Oh, it's so close. It's so close. But we are faster than it, which is good. And there's a recover. Okay. Starlight, how are you doing, mate? I'm good, friend. I'm really good. And great to see you in the chat. I hope you're having a great day. And thanks so much for coming by and hanging in the chat with us tonight. So Max Quake. We take that pretty comfortably. That's alright. And Nito, your luck will be alright, mate. Yeah, I have a feeling. Bjorn, how are you doing, mate? I hope you're good. Thanks for opening and joining us tonight. Always good to see the Reshi, indeed, my friend. I do love Reshiram. Made a big mistake though. We're not playing a shiny one. I don't actually have shiny Reshiram, so it's definitely one of the restricteds that I do not have as a shiny. It's weird. I was toying around earlier today with I don't know if any of you guys have played around with it. The BDSP RNG manipulation that you can do, and you can like use a program that you hook up to, like you just a web program that you track blinks of your character, and by doing that you can then kind of figure out when your seed is and when the shiny will be for like a legendary or something. It's not as easy as it sounds. I'm making it sound really complicated. It's doable, but I found it really difficult. I didn't have a lot of time to play around with it. I feel like we go for the Max Quake here. I don't think the Hall sticks around, and if it does, then the Yawn into it's kind of... Okay, they're just protecting. Okay, that's fine. The Hall is a massive tank, isn't it, mate? Starlight, doing well too, thank you. I'm glad. Thank you so much, mate. And it's nice to see you as always. Oh, Luke, you wrote about it. I want to check that out, mate. I tried it on Cresselia, but the Cresselia is like I tried it on Cresselia, and because I wanted to do Darkrai, so I tried it on Shaman, but I didn't end up doing it on Shaman. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna keep Shaman for later to try and shiny hunt at some point. But I wanted to do the Darkrai, but I didn't have the Cresselia done, so I was like, okay, I'll try Cresselia, and yeah, you have to. It's like it's nuts. Advancing the fames by going out of like the area where Cresselia is, like it advances way faster than what I thought. It's like hundreds of thousands of frames ahead, and I don't know if I resynced it right or not. It was nuts, but there was no luck in getting it done. Can't believe we're nearly full health with our Gastrodon again. I mean, we just go for the Yawn again here, because once the Dialga drops, if we can get the Yawn onto the hole, and the Dialga's gone, then Calyrex Ice can kind of clean this one up first for sure. Okay, the BB, Big Bird with its Brave Bird, which is fine. And the Yawn's the only thing we really want now, so let's see what else they've got left. Yeah, it does have the special def increase from the Quakes, which makes those... I mean, the big thing for us now would be trying to get the Ancient Power, the Omni Boost with our Reshiram, and that will pretty much seal the game for us there and then, if we can get that. I don't think I've ever... Like, outside, like in a competitive game using Ancient Power, I've never had the Omni Boost before. It's always been something that I've had when I've like been playing like a playthrough or something like that, so it'd be nice to be able to try it and get it. And hopefully by saying this now, I'm kind of like, you know, wishing it into reality. What are they going to switch in here? I don't think they got the P2. Have they revealed? No, they've revealed 3. No, they have. They've got so the Regieleki, is it in the back? I think we just go for the Ancient Power and see what they do. We might get it. Is it the Aleki? Oh no, it is P2. We definitely need the Omni Boost then. We need this Omni Boost. The download coming out. Are we just going to see a Grassy Glide? No, Fake Out into Reshiram. Okay. What's this P2 going to do? Well, I think we will go after Rillaboom now and switch out Gastrodon. Because I think with Yawn we can maybe win this game with Gastrodon as long as the boom's gone. Just need a blue flare to hit. Alex, pretty impressive that you're able to manage the streams after your end of working. It's my third time here. I'm really enjoying the streams. Great to have you, Alex, and really pleased to hear you're enjoying them, mate. It's something I kind of get used to after a while, though, so it's kind of like second nature. I do complain about being tired a lot. You'll probably get used to that. So I try not to, though, you know. There's a weakness policy proc. It depends on the speed of this P2 though, you know, and the Ho-Oh hasn't got the speed F boosts now like it did have, so an Ancient Power should get it. I just think the P2 is probably a little bit faster than our Calyrex, which is not ideal. But like I say, I think Gastrodon, Reshiram probably enough to kind of to win this game for us. So let's go for that Ancient Power. Let's pray we get the Omni Boost. Come on. Omni Boost is all we need. Nidoran, I had one with Lapras before. Mate, with Lapras as well. That's nuts. That's crazy. Crazy good. Lapras is sick Pokemon. Remember when Lapras used to be like proper top tier? I miss Lapras. Such a good Pokemon. Can this be enough? No. And no boost either. I think we got one more Ancient Power. There's a foul play. Okay. We're probably better off just letting the CALY go. Are we better off letting the CALY go down? And then getting Gastrodon in fresh. Getting the Yawn off. Yeah, potentially. Just get Glacial Lance. I know we got loads of Ancient Powers left. There's no pressure on the board. Why am I worrying? Come on, here we go. Omni Boost. 6 Ancient Powers. One of them should give us the Omni Boost. Nothing. Nothing. And there's a Sacred Fire. Okay. And now foul play into our precious Reshiram. Oh, Trick Room. Huh. That seems... Will an Ice Beam get that Ho-Oh now? Appreciate it, DK, mate. I really do. Will an Ice Beam get the Ho-Oh? It has got Protect, though, so that's a big thing. How many turns of grassy terrain have we got left as well? Just the one. Okay, I think what we'll do is we will Protect just to get a bit more health back. And I'm kind of tempted to Earth Power here. The Ho-Oh. Because I think they're going to Roost. Let's see what they go for. Oh no, they just Protect. Okay. We can Ice Beam them the next turn then. Oh, they're going to foul play. Okay, it's not doing much. The Omni Boost actually probably isn't going to help us too much. Is it? Maybe it is. That health is good though. That's what we need, I think. Just to kind of tick us over. Ryan, I appreciate it, mate. I really do. Right, Ice Beam definitely going to be enough from here, and we will just Blue Flare. And Blue Flare, it's the strongest. Lewis, I got to Master Ball using Berserker team. No way, dude. Dude, if you ever feel like sharing that team, I would love to feature it on the channel. Berserker. And congrats on getting to Master Ball. That's awesome, mate. Really great to hear. I love the sound of the team, though. How much is this Tri-Attack going to do? Not too much. No. Of course they get the paralysis. I mean, the blue flare does a ton of damage, right? Look, and there's no passive aggression towards chat either. Yeah, that's not. It's always nice. Oh, you guys. It was recover. Oh, boys. Well, at least we didn't get caught out with it, right? I mean, I've just said it, so I mean, it's pretty obvious that we made a big error there. I can't remember all these things. Too difficult to remember all these things going on. There we go, battle cancel. Good game to my opponent though, very good game. Really enjoyed that one against Jeremy. Really nice team as well. Okay, what are we looking at? Recover, not roost. Imagine if they went for the recover as well. Like the worst throw in history. But thankfully it didn't happen. Okay, we're creeping up a little better now. This is after that bad start tonight. We've kind of pulled it back around. So let's see how we can do this one. Jeremy, hey, I'm Jeremy. Jeremy, great game, mate. I ducked out of the stream when I saw we matched up, but I'm back now. It's a good game. Jeremy, awesome team as well, mate. Really good game. So close there at the end as well. Really enjoyed it though. I hope we can play again. But thanks so much for coming into chat and just dropping by as well, mate, and dropping by the stream. Really enjoyed that game. It was a really good one. Okay, next team up is Tornadus, Kyogre, Reggie, Aleki, Zacian, Urshifu, and Weezing. So really like the look of this team, just for the Weezing, of course. No, I'm kidding. I really like the look of the team though. It's nice, and I think the Weezing gives it a different dimension. I personally like Weezing, but let's see what we can do against this. I think Trick Room's obviously our big play here, especially with a Mental Herb. It gives us the room to kind of get that set up. We probably want Gastrodon because it's so good against this team. There's no grass at all, really. Or you would kind of expect no grass. So Gastrodon for sure. It's just what we want to lead with. I mean, we could lead Gastrodon, but or we could leave. Are we going to bring Reshiram to this match? That's a big thing. I don't know if we are. They got no Intimidate either, which is kind of interesting. I think we got Amoonguss to make sure we get it set up. We go CALY, and then we go Gastrodon. Okay, there we go. Scotty, how you doing, mate? Hope you're good, man. Hope you're having a good day, and thanks for hopping in and joining us tonight, mate. And, great to see you as always. I need to check the football scores. Actually, you coming in has just reminded me I need to check the scores. Chelsea have decimated Leeds United, unfortunately for Leeds, 3-0. Okay, no other surprises. Watford Everton still 0-0. So not long left in that one. Man City beating Wolves. So there we go. They're tonight's. Urshifu and Weezing coming out. We still have, yeah, we still have a disguise, so we can just Rage Powder and Trick Room, and we're all good. We're all good. Ryan, do you have any tips for team preview? I struggle with that. It is a hard area to kind of like. I think it's a hard area to articulate like how to approach it well. Like I tend to try and always like, especially in this format, it's a little bit easier because you're always looking out for 2 restricted, so that takes like 2 of the Pokemon straight away off your radar, because it's, I think when you've played enough games in Series 12, you feel pretty comfortable against the majority of common restricted combinations. Like you know what to expect from them almost. So there's a taunt, cheeky taunt. And then what I would do is probably the first things I look for are like speed control options, like what Pokemon has my opponent got for like speed control? Are they like Tailwind centric? Are they Trick Room centric? And then look at the support options. Like, have they got Fake Out? Have they got Intimidate to help support that specific speed control that's going to be there for, like, say, you know, Tornadus, Kyogre? So they're the general things I kind of start to look at the beginning. It'd probably be good to like really put together a video about team preview on its own, because it is, there's so much to cover in it, you know, and I don't think there's a right or a wrong way. I think a lot of players have their own ways to deal with it. Can we, yeah, let's get Gastrodon in. Let's get Gastrodon. I think I need the regenerator on this Amoonguss, and we don't want to be taunted forever either, so okay, there's the detect. Are we just gonna see a taunt? Oh, sludge bomb. Okay, that's fine. Poison, not so fine, but it's not too bad. Neither, I just find it funny, the difference between the two teams I support in Newcastle and Derby. The situations could not be more different. I know, mate. Derby, well, you know what? There's like, you know, there's that link there as well, dude. And there's a lot of talk about Big Mike. Big Mike coming in and trying to save the day at Derby. Which, I mean, might not be a bad thing, you know? Do we yawn the wheezing? Yeah, let's yawn the wheezing, because it either protects or it's got a shucker anyway. So yeah, hopefully Derby don't stay down for too long, mate, and they bounce back. You got Rooney there as well. I think he's a good manager. I do. I think he's a good guy. So hopefully it works out, mate. But yeah, Newcastle, the other side of the spectrum, coming up to an exciting summer. It's going to be really exciting. See who we sign. Going to be good. I'm really, really looking forward to it. For the first time, you know, like January window was like super hype. But it was I don't think it's going to be anything like the summer. I think the summer's going to be really, really exciting for transfers and stuff. It's going to be sad as well, because there's a lot of like players that have like put in a massive shift for the club that will be shifting out as well, which is not great. But it's just it's kind of the nature of football, isn't it? Right, I think 2 Trick Room turns left. Not really enough. We've really wasted our Trick Room turns here, but let's go for the Kyogre here. Let's see. And Ryan, thanks. I think I try to outlead my opponent too much and get stuck if they don't lead how I think, or then leading something that they have to stop me. Also covering the multiple leads. You know, Ryan, a nice thing that I try and do, especially like, say if I'm, you know, if they've got a Kyogre, for instance, and I'm leading with Incineroar, if I've got something on my team that, like, I always try and have something in the back that I can switch Incy out to. If I need to keep Incy, like, obviously Kyogre's Ash, and you need to try and keep your Intimidate for later on in the game. So I'll always try and have like a switch for Incy where I can bring something in that's not going to take an absolute chunk of damage from Kyogre. I cannot believe that this Kyogre's maxing. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. Oh no, we don't. What am I doing? What am I saying? What am I saying? We don't have Storm Drain. We don't have Storm Drain. What am I talking about? Wheezing as literally what's its ability? We need the Spadef drop. We don't get it. Neutralizing gas has affected my actual brain. I'm not even joking. Kevin, how you doing, mate? I hope you're good, my friend. Smogogo. There's someone in place. Just got to get it over the line. Yeah, hopefully, mate. Hopefully that works out. Right. This is not ideal. We've got one turn of the Trick Room left. And we got no abilities. Gastrodon was the... We should have Earth Powered that turn. Now they're going to just Earth Power here. And then they're going to... We'll run out of time. They've 100% go to Shuka. And they're just gonna... Yeah, they're gonna... Right, they're gonna protect Weezing here for sure. 100% they are. Smog. It's German. Ah, okay. What, Scott? What's this about Mike Ashley having sold the NUFC club crest to Castore? What? No way. Is that actually a thing? Is that happened? Oh, it's burnt. What are we doing, chat? What are we doing, really? I literally have been neutralizing gassed. Like, my brain has been neutralizing gassed. Dude, I know. It's late. Weezing's on the field. That's all I'm saying. Kevin, great to see you in chat as always, mate. I hope you're doing good though. You're literally coming in as I'm being... I feel like I am being neutralized and gassed by this Weezing. The big thing here is we need to get a Trick Room up, which we can't really do. We need Amoonguss to kind of survive. Unless we let it, because the Weezing's gonna... Could we sack the Mimikyu maybe? Max guard. Let's protect the Amoonguss. I really want the Amoonguss to stick around for when that Urshifu hits the field. And it might mean we get burnt here. Okay, where are they gone? Into the CALY? No, into Amoonguss. Okay, that's fine. Hopefully they like double tap the Amoonguss thinking that it's... No, they go for the burn. Okay. Which makes sense. But we can kind of compensate for the burn if we can get proc our weakness policy. And then if we can get a Trick Room up. Special defense boosts are super helpful. It's a Sucker Punch though that I'm really worried about more than anything from the Urshifu, which it's definitely got. So we got one more turn. They're going to protect. So do we switch in Mimikyu now? Get the we can't even proc our regenerator, which is the annoying thing because this Weezing is just so annoying. Yeah, so we don't get our regenerator procking, which is... We got the Spit F drop, so we might... Yeah, that's just gonna protect, isn't it? Or does it protect? If it doesn't, we could Spore it. It might just taunt us though. Okay, it doesn't even protect. We don't take it, okay. This is actually not too bad if we... Yeah, this is actually alright, because now we can definitely get a Trick Room up, and we can proc our weakness policy at the same time, I think. Because they know the taunt on the Mimikyu. The Mental Herb was on the Mimikyu. But they may think, I don't know. Where you, like... It's a big turn to do this, I think. But this might be what we need to do. I don't know. I don't think we beat the Urshifu though now. Bet I'm getting neutralizing gassed as well. Saturdays before Monday. It definitely is. Yes. Right. No miss. Mimikyu gone. And if we see a taunt, we're done. Yeah, it's done. It's done. It's done. It's done, chat. There's no coming back. There is no coming back from this. Not with the Urshifu in the back. We needed that. Yeah, they've got 4 Pokemon. Good game to my opponent. No way we're pulling this one back. Not with a long Calyrex. Not in Trick Room. Okay. Right, chat. We got time for one more tonight before I will have to head off, unfortunately. Tomorrow is one of those days where I'm traveling to work and it is a sub 5 a.m. get up. So I need to try and sleep if I can. It's always easy saying that, but like, I don't know if you guys get this. If you like got an early morning the next day and you like, I need to go to sleep. I'm terrible at actually just going to sleep. Luke, quickly get rid of the wheezing and save us all. Yeah, save us all from the neutralizing gas. It's a very strong neutralizing gas. Good game to redemption though. Very well played, and yeah, not so well on our end, but enjoyable game nonetheless. The wheezing was horrendous. Yeah, wheezing isn't ideal. Okay, can we get a win to end us up tonight? I think where we're kind of with the team, it's not too bad from where we started. So let's see, can we? Thomas 605. Here we go. Rank 322. Let's see what we can do. Again, this is CALY, Shadow Rider, Zacian, Thunderous Incarnate, Incineroar, Rillaboom, and Gastrodon. Pretty nice looking team, pretty solid looking team, really solid all around. I got the nice Firewall Grass core in the Incineroar, Rillaboom, and Gastro. Double fake out support, terrain support as well. Defiant Thunderous, you've got to imagine it is. Trick Room going to be good for us if we can get the Trick Room up. We got to kind of get around the yawn on the Gastrodon. It's going to be a little bit annoying. It probably, if we see it lead, it'll just sit on the field and kind of throw out these yawns. They've got nothing faster than the Mimikyu though, so we can get the Trick Room up pretty much with Incineroar, but it's risky leading Incineroar, especially if we see the Thunderous come out, which is never ideal. We could go Amoonguss because I don't really fit anything, and this one could be a decent one for Reshiram CALY, to be honest. Or Inci CALY. Nah, I like Reshiram. I like Reshiram and CALY. Although Gastrodon as well isn't too bad. Yeah. But let's bring Reshiram. It's our last game of the night. I feel like I want to play Reshiram a little bit more. We haven't really played Reshiram as much as we probably have done the Calyrex. So let's bring the Resh. Divdax, thank you so much for coming by tonight. Great to see you as always, my friend. And hope to see you Friday, mate. Thundy, just had some fun changing my YouTube name and find a picture to go with it. I only watch Pokemon content, so might as well make it Pokemon related. Nice. Thundy. Okay, here we go. Calyrex, Shadow, and Incineroar. So they probably have Taunt Inci, which is fine. So we can, I guess the only thing that would be a bit of an issue would be imprisoning Calyrex. And if they are, we could try and punish that with a Spore. No, this is just Astral Barrage. Okay, that's fine. Oosh, Amoonguss taking a massive critical hit. Critical. Incy has to have taunt, I would imagine. Yeah. Oh, an Amoonguss. Okay. So they're letting us set the trick room up. Glenn posted a video a bit back about the old Pokemon games could be brought to the Switch. Opinions? I would love to see that, Mr. Wolf. Honestly, like, which ones was he referring to? I haven't seen the video. We're not going to be getting... Okay, I think we just try and get some damage onto the CALY, and then we might get Parting Shot out from the Incy on our Amoonguss, but we can't really stay in now with Amoonguss. Starlight, you want to trade real quick after the stream? Yes, I will hop straight on Discord, mate, and we'll do that. So if you drop me a message, that would be really awesome, and then we can do it straight after. That would be really cool. Thanks so much for offering. Really appreciate it. Here comes that. Yeah, Parting Shot. Okay, so -1 Reshiram, not ideal. Probably not going to max it anyway. What is coming in? Gastrodon, I would imagine. Yeah. Okay, if we can get the safeguard up now, then we don't need to worry about the yawns so much. And I think if we just drop a blue flare. Are we going to see the Incineroar come in there, though? It's going to be the Incineroar, the Zacian, right? So on Earth Power, we just break the Sash. It's going to be Sash, Calyrex. So we catch something on the switch in. Yeah, the Incineroar. Okay, so that's fine. Billy, who are you facing? If you give me a second, Billy, I will. I'll have a look at the trainer name. I can't remember off the top of my head. Bruno, you have you on Discord? Yes, it should be linked in the description, Bruno. I gotta be honest, like after having like 2 months of no content or anything like that, it's went a bit quiet. So I will be putting a bit more effort into it over the next few months to try and get it up to a bit more of a stable place. Okay, so I think we could maybe... let's get a Amoonguss in there, and then let's pull a switch for CALY here. Yeah, let's try that. Oh, Billy, sorry, I'll check the next time. Check the next time who the trainer is that we're playing. Thank you so much, Bebum. Super, super helpful, mate. Awesome, mate. Like I say, it might be a bit of a ghost town at the minute, but hopefully in the next month or two we'll get it back up to where it was before. Okay, there's the other part from the Gastro. Going to be into the rest. Yeah. My opponent's playing these the Incineroar pivots so well in this game. Just stalling out of trick rooms, making it really difficult for us to kind of get any sort of foothold in. Here comes the CALY. And like, what are we looking at for trick room turns? Probably not many. Yeah, one more turn, and they're gonna... We could potentially max here and max quick into the CALY, although it's probably better not to. It's probably better to get the Reshiram on to the field where we're not intimidated or parting shotted, and just take our time with this rather than rush in and pull the trigger on a max. One turn of trick room left, not really enough for us to do the business. Gastrodon protecting. Is the CALY going to protect as well? It has to. Yeah. Okay. DK, by the way, got the episode with your weakness policy Kyogre up on my channel, I can send you the link on Discord. Yes, 100%. I would love to see it, mate. Would love to see it. I hope it's doing all right, mate. I hope it's you enjoyed playing the team. We still got the safeguard up, so we're kind of fine against the yawn spam stuff. Could go Max Quake. Yeah, let's go Max Quake into the CALY. That might give us enough to be able to take a barrage with the Amoonguss to put that Gastrodon to sleep. At least because then we can like get another Earth Power up before it's able to get an Ice Beam onto us, and we can at least spore into that slot. Mr. Wolf and Starlight, you are in Shield or Sword. I'm in Sword. Pokemon Sword. Mr. Wolf, it was 3 weeks ago. Supposedly from a leak. From what I gather, you have to have the upgraded version of Nintendo Online. It will be as the old Nintendo Sega features. That's interesting. That's super interesting. What games were they that we're going to bring across? So was it like the whole back catalog? That's so be amazing if they got it, because I mean I upgraded to that just so I could get the N64 games, because I was desperate for the N64 titles like Banjo-Kazooie and stuff like that, but the big ones that I wanted. Okay, let's try and spoil this Gastrodon. The Max Quake will probably do it. But if we get the flare up, that's probably better for Zacian coming in. Ah, it's got Psyshock. Okay, that's fair enough. Alright. Fair enough. Fair dues. Yeah, I could definitely see it happening. But if it depends which like versions they bring. Is it like red, blue, yellow, like the whole back? Like that would be hype. Like especially if they like had like fire red, leaf green, stuff like that. Still got that safeguard, but it has ended. We kind of need the safeguard up again now. Zacian coming in. Zacian. Now to utilize the yawn, you have to go after the Mimikyu. But if you go after the Mimikyu, then you just lose your Zacian. So we'll do this, we'll safeguard and we'll go max flare into Zash. I can't see that. Like Zacian might switch out, they might be baiting us to protect that that Gastrodon. But we need the safeguard up because the yawn's like a big way for them to slow us down at this point. Mr. Wolf, up until DS was mentioned. Wow, but it's possible for 3DS games as well. I'm hoping for them all. That would be nuts. Up until DS. That's a lot of games. You could have Emerald in there, Ruby and Sapphire, Hot Gold, Soul Silver. Are they? Yeah, they're DS. Yeah. Wow, Hot Gold, Soul Silver. Were they the last ones on the DS? Hot Gold, Soul Silver? Let me just check. My I think they. Yeah, I think they were. Yeah, Hot Gold, Soul Silver. I feel like they were the last ones on the DS before the 3DS, right? Okay, well at least we've not got yawns to have to contend with. They are going to get rid of the Mimi, but that's all right. We get to drop this Zacian in return, which is always a nice thing. Don't have to worry about the yawn for a few turns as well, so that's good. And Luke, I'm excited for the prospect of Golden Sun on the Switch. I didn't even know that was rumored, mate. That is exciting. DK, I had a blast with the team. Thanks for no problem, mate. My pleasure. Really pleased to hear that you enjoyed it, mate. And Thundy, that would be so cool. The Pokemon company could make so much money off that. Well, if they do it, I think they're talking about having it added in as part of the Nintendo Online facility. So if you've got the subscription to the online, then you would just get them automatically through that. No, Black 2 and White 2 were the last DS games. Ah. Of course, yeah, they were after. Yeah, yeah. My bad. Thank you, friends. Yeah. DK, that would be hype. Because, yeah, Fire Red, Leaf Green. They'd be the ones I'd be really, really excited, like looking forward to playing. Can an Earth Power get this Incineroar? A Draco Meteor would, but then can Calyrex deal with a Gastrodon? In a Trick Room? Potentially. Like we have to. Yeah, let's just Draco. Draco the Incin. We've had one Draco miss tonight, so I feel like we deserve at least the other one to hit. There's a fake out into Calyrex. Okay, there. Oh my god, the NC survives. What? No way. It's kind of alright still, as long as Reshiram survives this turn. Which it does. Okay, so we can Earth Power the NC this next turn and we can set the Trick Room up. And that'll be alright. Hopefully, it depends on how long our safeguards left though as well. 2 turns, not enough, I don't think. Well, maybe we Trick Room and then we Earth Power. Yeah, even if the NC's got protected, doesn't matter too much. Okay, there we go. And there's a Max Quake. This has to be in a Reshiram. Yeah, okay. So, CALY Ice. Yeah, you're right, babe. Probably without it, we're probably alright. Hopefully we are. I mean, at least we got one turn now where we don't need to worry about a yawn, which gives us like 2 turns at least to get the Glacial Lance at single target as well, so it should be enough to lock it up. What have we seen from my opponent? Earth Power. Have we seen Ice Beam from them? I'm pretty sure we have. Protect and Yawn. This is kind of the standard set, I think. Okay, yeah. And now they're going to protect. Our safeguard's gone, so... Yeah, I mean, they protect now. 100% they protect. And we just have to try... Well, just hope that we don't get, like, max sleep turns. But even if we do, I still think it probably is alright. Maybe. They're just going to recover a bunch of health, depending on... Like, if we get a 1-turn wake up, I think we've locked this pretty much up now. But it just depends when... Like, not this turn, the next one. How much is this doing as well? Okay. Doing respectable damage. It's because I badmouthed the pink Gastrodon, said the blue one was better than it. It's now coming back to get its revenge. Yeah. Barring any crits, hopefully not, and all the special defense drops, mate, which is like right there, not ideal, because that will... We need to wake up now. We need to wake up now. And the Trick Room ending. Okay, we need to Trick Room, and then it depends how much the Earth Power does now. That Spadef drop is not ideal. No, we need to wake up in Trick Room. Yeah, I think that's... yeah. And I don't think a Glacial Lance is enough to get the Gastrodon from this range. I don't think it will, you know. I think because they protect now. If they don't protect, we got it potentially. Potentially. But that Spit F drop is the big kicker there. Yeah, they get that recovery that they need. And I think it probably puts them just out of range. Spit F drop was a big sad, massive sad, Bebum. The only thing we can hope for is a big crit to restore the balance of the Pokeverse. The Pokeverse will be balanced once again with this crit. Yeah, I know what you mean, Bebum. Like the turn that I click Trick Room, right? But the problem is, in that situation, I fear that we'd still miss it, which I think we would have done. I think we would have missed it, regardless. There. Can we stall on timer? Can we? What's my time looking like? We got... Oh no, there's 3 minutes. Maybe we could. I think my time's going to run out before I'm able to do that, right? And then I lose on my time anyway. And I probably lose on... Yeah, there's no way. We're not going to be... We're just stalling. Stalling. Mr. Wolf, I really like a game with the entire decks in it. Yeah, maybe Gen 9. I doubt it though. Maybe. Just from what they've said before, the developers, you know, about not having a full decks again. Yeah, he's always got more health. There, the Spit F drop was the kicker. There. I think if we didn't get that Spit F drop, it probably would have been alright. But good game, Thomas. Well played, my friend. Played to your outs and got the turns you needed. The sleep wasn't great for us there, but friends, it's been fun tonight. It's been fun. I've enjoyed playing the team. I think there's some games could have been better. There's some hot messes in there, but overall, very fun, and I hope you've enjoyed hanging out tonight. It's been great hanging out with all of you. Thank you so much to each and every one of you for coming by the stream tonight and making it a very awesome evening. So I'll just pull the rental code up if you would like to teams to share. Where are we? Fire and Ice. There we go. Check. There it is. There's a rental team for this team. If you want to try it out for yourselves, be my guest. Hope you have a lot of fun with it, and hopefully it inspires some ideas for your own builds as well. If not, just trying out the Calyrex and the Reshiram. I honestly think if I was probably to take this team forward, I don't know if I would play the weakness policy on the Calyrex. I do like it, but I think maybe a Lum or a Babiri Berry might be a better option with like Sword Stance. Like, I'm just like as an option, I think, rather than the weakness policy. So that could be something I would probably change. I didn't really get the benefit of the weakness policy as much as I would have liked tonight. There were a few situations, of course, but I think that would probably be something I would look to change. And the Reshiram was good, but yeah, there's maybe a bit of rejigging in the team I would look at. So otherwise, really fun, really enjoyed it. So thank you so much for coming out tonight. KO Master, I just hope for Gen 9 they bring back my baby Oricorio. I've got a feeling they probably will, you know. I think they will. I keep my fingers crossed for you. They got to, right? They got to. It's a Spanish bird. It has to be. Spanish region, red Oricorio is based off the Spanish dance, yeah, the flamenco. So they have to. They have to, right? Thundy, thanks so much for coming by. I hope to see you at the next stream as well, my friend. And hope you have a great day tomorrow. KO Master, and thank you so much for coming by. Each and every one of you for coming out tonight. Yes, we'll be back on Friday. And yes, I need to catch up with Bebum in regards to setting that up, so it should be a lot of fun. Have a great rest of your evening or day, whatever time it is, friends, when you're watching this, and I will hopefully see you Friday. We'll be kicking off probably about 7:30, 8 o'clock Friday. I'll make sure to put the schedule up in plenty of time if you want to come by, hang out for that one. It will be a lot of fun, and enjoy your day tomorrow. Take care of yourselves, more importantly than anything, and I'll look out for that North London derby tomorrow night. I'll be biased, I'll sit on the fence and support everyone that supports Arsenal's team on here, and I'll be the family backup Tottenham side man over here. Okay, so we'll do that. Right, friends, take care of yourselves. Have a good one. Yash, how are you doing, mate? Sorry you're jumping in right at the end of this. I'm just finishing. Hopefully I'll catch you on a stream soon and hope you're doing good. Take care, friends. Take care. Bye-bye.